YouTube, how's it going? The GOAT House is back with another 7-round NFL mock draft, almost done. We did every team except for the Chiefs, the Saints, the Rams, and the Patriots. And these last few will be done by tomorrow, which is Tuesday the 9th. So pretty excited to get through these. We got position rankings, couple live streams, final mock drafts to come. And, of course, we'll be live during the NFL draft. It all starts April 25th. For us, it starts at 6:30 p.m. Central. The draft starts at 7. Live reactions, predictions by pick. It's going to be fun. My favorite day of the year. Can't wait. Hopefully you guys can join us. And 20K is our subscriber goal. Support's been just phenomenal lately, thanks to you guys. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. That'll help us out a bunch. Click the like button, notification button. Notification button's big time because we may go live anytime. We want to do a couple before our live stream during the draft. Let's get on to the Chiefs, though. I'm going to reveal the first pick, and I'm going to talk a little bit my evaluation on the Chiefs because I evaluate each team when I do these 7-round mocks. So I have DeAndre Baker first. I think this, if he's there, which is realistic at this point, I think the corners could actually drop a little bit. And if he's there, they have to take him pretty much. They're lacking a corner like this. They're lacking a corner, really, in general. They have a couple that can play. But really, they could use 2 outside starters. They have a few guys that I think can step up in the slot. Fuller would be one. They have a couple guys that can play, but, you need some rotation guys. I think they can use 2 outside guys, 2 starters. DeAndre Baker, right away, comes in and plays. Physical guy. You worry about him a little bit, man. You've seen him chasing the speedy guys. He ends up chasing them, really. Guys like Marquise Brown 2 years ago, but other than that, when he matches up with the right guy, a guy with not too much speed, he dominates. He dominates. Even if the guy's a little bit faster than him. He's physical. He's very good in zone. I know the Chiefs switching up their defense a little bit. We'll see what they run, but it's pretty much a must at this point. If DeAndre Baker's there, who knows? Maybe Greedy or Byron Murphy are there too. I think those 2 will be gone. Not that I have those 2 ahead of Baker on my rankings. We'll get to my rankings as soon as I finish these 7-round mocks, so I'm excited for that. But I would like Baker on the Chiefs, basically. But let me break down the Chiefs a little bit. I was a little worried for them, as was, I think, everybody. They trade D Ford. They get rid of Justin Houston, and it's questionable. And I bashed him for it, and I still don't agree with it. I still don't like it, and I just don't like that they switched to the 4-3. But, after really looking at this team, there's some hope at the defensive end position, which everyone values as their biggest need, or some people do. They got some guys, actually. They don't have D4 or Justin Houston, but maybe they will. Maybe those guys will step up. Obviously, some people think Chris Jones is going to play the end. I'd be shocked. He's playing over 300 pounds. I kind of go back to my prospect evaluations for these guys. Chris Jones, to me, was a 3-4 N1, and that's what he was for the Chiefs. That's what he dominated at last year. And then a 4-3 D tackle next, and I think that's what he'll play. And obviously you can run with a nose tackle in a 4-3 still. Doesn't have to be a 3-4. So Derek Nottie, who I like a lot from Florida State last year, will fill that role. And they get Ogba, who I like coming out of Oklahoma State. They got quite a few guys that really haven't lived up to the hype, except Chris Jones has been very good. A couple guys that I liked a lot that haven't really got the chance yet. Ogba's going to get the chance. He's a true 4-3 end. I like that a lot. Okafor maybe could be a rotation guy. Breland Speaks is the guy. What is he going to play? Back to my prospect evaluation, I viewed him as a 3-4 end and pretty much that alone. Usually those guys can switch to a 4-3 D tackle, but I think he'll be a 4-3 end, and I liked him a lot last year at Ole Miss. They tried to play him off the ball on the end a little bit last year, so I think their plans are to play him at the end. But the one guy that I'm really looking forward to, and it's going to be a breakout year for him, is Tano Passanio from Villanova. I was high on him a few years ago, and I viewed him strictly only as a 4-3 end, and I was disappointed when the Chiefs drafted him for the 3-4 outside linebacker. Now is this guy's time, and I'm very excited for that. So a lot of upside for the Chiefs at end here. So I don't know if they really need to go pass rush unless there's a guy too good to pass on early. So DeAndre Baker makes sense here. I know they'll like Jalen Ferguson. I think a little early here, especially with Baker on the board, is a possibility. So let's finally move on to their next pick. They got 2 second-rounders, which is excellent. Eric McCoy. They lost Mitch Morse, their center. That's a hit. So they needed to get a guy. And McCoy's really the only guy I see fitting for them. If Garrett Bradbury fits for anybody pretty much. If he somehow drops them in the first, which I know I had mocks with him going in the second, and that's just changed. He's probably one of my biggest risers. in the recent weeks, month maybe a little more than that. So he won't be there with their first-round pick. Eric McCoy is really the guy. I think there's going to be a couple teams, if they miss out on a center/guard in the first round, they're going to be going after McCoy. So it's going to be a battle for him in this range. The Elgin Jenkins would be the next guy. Is he late second, early third? We'll see. But I really like McCoy. I think he can fit in. That's really the only thing they need on the O-line here. So it's pretty much a must at this point. And then their other second-round pick, I went with Darnell Savage from Maryland. Playmaking safety, pretty good instincts, super athletic. He's another riser. I think he goes late, too, and that's where this is right here. And you may question it because Matthew, is he more of a free safety? And now you look at today's NFL, a lot of teams it's really not, there's plenty of teams that do it still, but most teams, pretty much interchangeable safeties. There's really no free or strong. It's just interchangeable safeties. Look at Tyrann Mathieu. He's played free mostly. He's played strong. He's played in the slot, box, all of it. So Savage, more of a free safety, but a guy that can come up and stop the run too. I think you get two interchangeable safeties there. I mean, you have Matthew already, so I think that's what you're left with is two interchangeable safeties. That's today's NFL. That's what the Chiefs are going for. They know they're not going to be insanely dominant on defense. They know they're going to be an offensive team, so what do they need on defense? They need playmakers, guys that are going to get the offense the ball back. Matthew and Savage, to me, can make that happen. So I really like Savage them in round 2. Next pick in round 3, Lonnie Johnson Jr. So another corner. Like I said, they need multiple outside corners, and they need the corners with some physicality here. And I already know they like Lonnie Johnson. That's kind of why I plugged him in here, and it's kind of what they need. So they get DeAndre Baker and Lonnie Johnson. Johnson needs to work on his tackling a little bit, mainly his angles. He can hit once he's in the act. He can make the tackle when he's in the act. He needs to get to that. He needs to work on getting in the active tackle, setting him up for proper tackles. But physical corner, very good man. Could make a play on the ball, once it's in the air. So there's a lot to like about Lonnie Johnson. Some things he needs to work on. So round 3, I know the Chiefs would be interested in him if he's there. So look at that. They got 2 starting corners. They got a couple other guys for rotation. They're pretty much good at the position just like that. They're good at the position. Next pick, it's round 5. I like Austin Bryant for them. So they do, like I said, I don't think they need a defensive end as much as people thought or think, as much as I once thought, honestly. But get a guy with upside. Get a true 4-3 end here. Austin Bryant not getting enough talk because it's obvious the other Clemson guys are better, but we're talking Clemson. They won because of their D-line. I know their offense is pretty darn good too, but best D-line in the country. That's really why they won it all. That's why they're the best team. Austin Bryant, he can play. He's good, and I think he can be sitting here in the 5th, possibly he can go 4th, but best case scenario here, and he can fit the new Chiefs defense. Next pick, I got the Chiefs going with Dillon Mitchell. Now, he's got Chiefs written all over him. Let me tell you, this is a speedy, athletic guy, but he's very good at tracking the ball downfield. But you can throw him some underneath stuff because, again, he's athletic. He can make people miss. It just got Chiefs all over him. Mahomes wants to throw the ball deep. Here you go. Here's Mitchell, but they also want to do some, I was about to say trickery. Not really trickery, but underneath stuff, new school stuff, speedy receiver type stuff here with Tyreek Hill, and now you add Mitchell in here too. So I really like this pick here in the 6th round if he's there. Could go 5th, but I like him here in the 6th for the Chiefs. Next pick, Amik Agboul from Houston. Another linebacker, high motor guy. He's flying around with the ball at all times. They definitely need another linebacker. They can go with a linebacker earlier in this. I do like for Dorian O'Daniel to step up. I liked him a lot last year out of Clemson. But you could use, I don't know at this point if Agboul is a starter next year, but definitely a rotation guy and a near future possibility here. And then on to their last and final pick. I got them going Kevin Givens from Penn State, interior D lineman. Like I said, they're set with starters. They definitely need a rotation, though, so maybe another guy they can go early, or another spot they can go earlier. I did not have them going with running back. I think they're good. They have other needs where they're good for a year. Damien Williams I like a lot, obviously, and then Carlos Hyde, I think that was a big-time pickup. I think he'll be very good. That'll be a very good duo. So they can afford to wait for a running back, in my opinion. I've seen some people have him go tight end. I guess they can use another one after Kelsey, but I think there's just bigger needs out there. But, a lot of possibilities here. Some people may be disappointed that I didn't have him going pass rusher earlier, but I broke it down earlier in the video. They got some guys that can step up. They don't have no elite guy. D Ford in general isn't elite, but he was elite last year. Justin Houston, at his age, isn't really elite, but he's dominant. So it's disappointing that those guys are gone, but they're going to have some guys that step up. Breland Speaks I like a lot. Passanio's the guy. Talk about breakout players for next year. That's the guy if he gets the chance. Again, I was disappointed that he did not go to a 4-3 team. Hey, now he's on a 4-3 team. The guy's got tremendous upside freak abilities. It's going to be fun, but him sitting around, did that hurt him now? I wish he just went to a 4-3 team instantly. So hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully he's able to get in there. Can't wait to see that. But that's going to do it for the Chiefs. Only 3 more teams left. Then we got some position rankings. We got final mocks, GM mock with everybody taking turns picking, making their picks. If they were the GM, a couple live streams we want to do, and then the live stream during the draft, of course. Can't wait for all that. Best time of the year here for the Goat House. So hopefully you can join us for all that. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Goodbye.